So today I'm going to put a block-off plate on the engine. Since I've got the fuel injection system coming, it runs a 60 pound per square inch fuel pump along with a regulator, so I won't need the factory fuel pump anymore. I'll be able to put that into the box for the truck project and that motor. So hang tight one and we'll get going on putting that in. So I've got this really nice chrome cover that came with the fuel pump, but we're not going to need it at all because I bought a new one through Amazon to block it off, mainly because we're running fuel injection, and these factory pumps aren't designed to pump up the pressure that you need. It looks like it's just finger tight, so we're okay there. But I'll be able to move this, like I said earlier, to my truck project and use it there, which is all fine and good. The issue that I've got is it didn't come with any bolts at all. It did come with a gasket. I am going to use the gasket that came with it. Also remove the rod from the fuel pump. I won't be needing that anymore. Here's the new one. Yep, there's the new one. Nice chrome piece. Supposed to have come with a gasket, and the gasket is on its back, so that is all good. So we'll pull this one out of the package, and it still uses the small bolts on the bottom, just like I took out of the current fuel pump. And I will have to replace these later with better ones, of course. Or, I'm sorry, I have to replace these because I'm going to use them on the fuel pump on the other engine. But these will work good on the block-off plate. And I did remove the fuel pump rod too, so that that's not all laying in there bouncing around and doing anything crazy. Line this one up. Another step towards the fuel injection. Holly did ship. It's funny because they shipped out the fuel log, for filling the carburetor. They shipped it out a couple days ago, before the new one even came, which I thought was kind of interesting. We're going to use, where are they? There they are. A couple of these really nice 12 points. If they're the right size, and they appear to be. So we'll throw some anti-seize on them, because the last thing we want them is to become a permanent part of our block. And we'll just slip her right on in there. I'm hoping these aren't too long. I'll know here in a minute if it bottoms out. They all appear to be about the same length. Good old Chevy was really good about using the same types of bolts on a lot of stuff. These were my intake bolts from the manifold that's currently on the car in that engine. Let me slide that over just a pinch, because we want to line up real nice. These threads are all horribly filthy. Okay. Yep, that's the one. And I didn't use any silicone or anything on these bolts, or on the on the plate, because there's not pressure in here, but there is, I shouldn't say there's no pressure at all. There is some pressure, but it's not like squirting oil pressure type of thing. Okay, back to it again. There's a lot of trash in here. I can feel it. All right. That one's tight. That one's tight. That's going to be different sized. I need to pull them out anyway and put the anti-seize on them. These are all stainless bolts. Almost every single bolt on this engine appears to be stainless. Or doesn't appear to be. I bought them stainless. Especially in any of the water jackets, because I do not want that rust to decide it wants to make its home inside my engine. Oh, you know what? I don't think that's it. Nope. 7/16. But yep, they are. All right. Give them a couple ooga-doogas. Call them done. And that takes care of that. Ooh. Flying wrenches. Double check these other two. Make sure that they're tight. That one's good. And that one's good. And voila, we got the block plate on the fuel pump. That's probably all we're really going to tackle today that I'm going to video. I am going to be pulling out the motor mount bolts. I am going to be pulling out the motor mount bolts. This is probably all I'm going to do for today. Just because I've got to get everything prepped. The weather's starting to warm up real nice, so now is a good time to get ready to pull this engine out of the Nova so that we can get this one in there. And once this one's in there, we've got a little bit more work to do with some TIG welding and that type of thing. But for the most part, this engine is ready to go in. I haven't decided whether I'm going to break it in with a fuel injection or the carburetor. For those who have broken in a flat tappet, definitely leave me a comment. I've broke them in before. I know you got to run them 15-20 minutes at 2,000 RPMs, but I've never done an initial fire on a motor with fuel injection. Everything is pretty much set up to top dead center for the carb, but I would like to get the fuel injection on there because I've got to put a bunch of sensors in a bunch of different places. So do leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts on that. Whether you've broken one in with a brand new fuel injection unit that's not set up yet, or if you just went back to the carburetor, broke it in with a carburetor, and then put the fuel injection on. Do me a favor, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.